All right, hey there. This is Andrew, and I wanted to show you the entryway and then the first puzzle area. They're not very complicated, but it's just to show you what I have going so far. So the idea in this area is pretty much the player has fallen into a well. Like I'm imagining the player is some sort of archaeologists, something like that. They were coming down this well, and the rope broke, and they ended up down here. And that's how the player starts out. So, player starts in here. They look around. You can turn around. Can't go that way, so they can only go forward, which is the direction they started to point. If they want to go this way, they have to jump over this little wall here, and that teaches them how to jump. If they somehow go over into this section over here, they just walk over here and jump up. This is going to be, these sections over here are going to be filled with water. I'll probably put some water in here too, just because it's a well. And that's how the player starts. These colored lights are going to be where I'm going to put statues. So the final starter room that has the statue puzzle where you have to select the number of each colored statue to unlock the clock that unlocks the gauntlet. That's where these statues will be. So player moves forward, jumps, and moves into this area. This is just a little brazier, just to light the level up, and it's an obstacle. And the player can't go through it, but the player moves around. As you can see, more statues. They get to this section. This would be blocked off. This is where I would put one of the white gates. The player has to somehow get through here. In fact, the player doesn't even know at this point that they can go through here because it's just, they get here and it's sealed off. So all the player can do instead is just continue on. So they get up and they see a gap. On top of the braziers are going to be statues, so they're not going to be, you could jump on them now, but you're not going to actually be able to jump on them. There will be statues there. So player gets here, they have to jump across. They continue forward. There's a purple statue here. They go down. They can go across here. And then they can jump across. There's a white statue. And then this is where the pressure plate would be. When they step on the pressure plate, they can see the door open. So they'll know pressure plate causes this door to open. And then they'll know pressure plates cause things to happen. So, there's no mistaking what they just did when they step on this pressure plate. And it points them directly in the direction they need to go. So they go forward, they go through here. And then this is the little pathway that'll take them to the next section. As you can see, there's another statue, and then there'll be a statue on this little alcove up here. And they go through, and then that'll take them to the next room. This is where I would implement streaming volumes. So I would have this section plus this section through here would probably be one whole level. And then as they get here and they go down here, then once they hit this point, I'll probably unstream that section over there and leave this section over, so that way we can save on memory. And then if they come back up the stairs, then this section will load again. Also, this is a good little area to put a save point, but I probably wouldn't put a save point this early on. There's no reason, and they're not going to die. There's nothing that can kill them in here. In fact, I may not even include anything that can kill you in this game. Just fail the puzzle. Start over. So in the next two rooms, I haven't built them yet, but what I want to do is, in the next room, I want to have a puzzle where they have to climb up again and activate another pressure plate again. And then they'll see far away a door open. And then I'll have elevators activate, and the elevators will just be on a loop, and they'll just go up and down, just like standard elevators do. And then they have to use the elevators to get across, so that gives them the idea of there's elevators in this game, and this is how the elevators work. And that'll teach them that. And then the third room, what I want to do is there's going to be a door that's sealed that they can instantly see, and there's going to be in the center of the room there will be a pressure plate that doesn't look like it's active, so it's just they can step on it all they want, it doesn't do anything. And then they'll see two orbs, one that's faintly blue, one that's faintly red, and they need to somehow get those two orbs active in order to progress forward. So my idea for that was if you add water to one of the orbs, then the blue orb, it activates. If you add fire to the red orb, then it activates. If they're both active, then the pressure plate's active and they can open the door. So to do that, I was going to have other pressure plates that you could press that caused fire or water to enter the room. However, the water will touch the blue one just fine. However, if you come off of it, then there's no water touching the blue one and it deactivates. So you have to figure out a way to keep the blue one still on. So to do that, I was going to have like a weight like hanging above, and then over on the other side there's a winch with pressure plates next to it, and the winch can either lower or raise that weight. If you lower the weight down and it goes on the pressure plate, then the pressure plate would be active, which obviously you could assume you could afford that if you step on the pressure plate and it's active, then if you put something on the pressure plate, it's active. And then the water would keep running and the blue would stay active. However, you still have to figure out a way to get the fire to touch the other one. So to do that, the water would fill up the entire room. So imagine down here is water. So the water would fill up the entire room. And then the winch system, I would have, so you can see, so imagine the winch is over here. The winch system has oil dripping from it in order to keep the chain going. So oil would drip and drip and drip, and it would drip into the water. And then the drains for the water are over here. So the oil would flow in the water down here. So in order to get the oil to drip down and to set this on fire, you get the oil to pass where the fire lights. The oil catches on fire and it travels down and lights the red on fire. So that would be how you get them to activate. And once that's active, you can jump on the pressure plate and then door opens. So that would be the three rooms. And then the fourth room I've already shown you in my maps, and that would just be the clock. You have to activate the three specific pressure plates, and then the fourth pressure plate to get the clock to activate and unlock the room. Unlock the area with the gauntlet. You grab the gauntlet. The gauntlet can be used to open the door, and then you move to the hub area. So those are the three rooms. Those are the four rooms that I'm going to build for the starter level, and they're just give the player the idea of the basic mechanics of the game. You start here. First mechanic, there's two mechanics you learn here. You can look, you can move, and you can jump. So three mechanics. You learn look, move, and jump. You get over here, you learn, you learn jump, you jump again, and then you learn about pressure plates. So then the room after this, you would learn about elevators, and then the room after that, you would learn about afforded physics. You know that stuff floats on water. If something would catch on fire, it catches on fire, etc. And then the last room would be the room where you get the gauntlet, and then you learn that the gauntlet can affect objects in the environment in various ways. So that's what I want to do in the starter section, and that is I feel, a decent tutorial for the basic mechanics that I'm asking the player to use. It can get more complicated in the colored areas, but for just this basic area, I would rather the player just, you know how to move everywhere? Good. You know how to use all the objects that I'm going to give you? Good. All right, now let's make it complicated. So that's that for now. I'll work on blocking out the other three sections this week, and then hopefully implementing some gameplay so you can actually not just run through the blockout, but actually play the game. So I'll hopefully have that next week. All right, thanks.